Now, rather than go get an actual rock, I want you to pretend this battery is a rock. This makes it a little easier on me. And pretend this is a big piece of plastic, like 10 feet by 10 feet or whatever, something that you need, you may want to fasten as just an open shelter. But it doesn't have the grommets in the edge like a regular tarp does or something like that. If you have some sort of covering like that, or something that you need in an emergency, you take a rock, put it toward a corner, say, of your plastic, wrap your plastic over the rock. Then, I should have left a loop in the end of the rope, huh? Then, you can take your rope, make your loop in it, and then pull the rope through again. Put it over the plastic just behind your rock. Pull this tight. And now the way I had to do my loop there, this is not going to work real good with this, but I'm doing this rather hasty. You see what I've done. You just draw your rope up tight behind your rock. Then, so this is now one corner of a big sheet of plastic. You take this other end of your rope and run it to a tree limb or whatever and pull it tight, and then you do that on all four corners of your plastic, and you've got a rain shelter strung up over you. And believe me, you can punch a hole through your sheet of plastic and stick the rope through it, but your plastic is not going to last very long that way. You do this, this is incredibly strong, even with plastic, and like I say, that can just be a rock. If smaller rocks are not handy, take your machete or your hatchet, chop you off a chunk of wood about the size of a quarter or a 50-cent piece or whatever, and put that in there. Anything that would fit in the corner of your plastic. And again, do that all four corners, or maybe and in the middle or whatever, however many places you need to, and you can string you up a plastic shelter. So I just wanted to show you that. Now I'm going to get into the campfire, how to light your fires and things of that nature. I don't know how long I've got left on. I've got just a little over 11 minutes left on this tape. Show you one thing real quick. Now I'm going to zoom in on the bottom of my coffee can over there to show you the rest of this, and so I'm not gonna try now to be in the picture anymore. I want to get this set so you can really just see what I'm doing. Alright, that works. Now there are several ways to light your fires, and however many I tell you about, somebody else can probably tell you another one. One of the greatest things ever invented, Bic lighters. They're cheap. One will light a lot of fires, especially if you don't have to keep it lit too long. But I mean, they're cheap, they're easy to carry. You can carry a whole bag full of them with you. And so I would always have these. always. And I don't smoke anything. So, but these are great to have. Just to show you real quick, one thing that you can use, because this is something that you need to have with you too. Have I got this up right? Yeah. Alcohol swabs. These are just your, in the aluminum pouches, alcohol swabs. You need some of them with you for first aid reasons anyway. So, assuming you have some of those with you, one kind of quick way to get a fire going, take one of those alcohol swabs out, and I hope this one's still damp enough. I did this the other day to make sure, you know, but I just left one in here. But yeah, can you see that? That will burn. The alcohol on that pad will all burn away. So you can just take one of those and light it and use that to get your campfire going if you need to. This, I have this inside of toilet paper just to keep it kind of dry and keep it from rattling around in my mess kit. This is a magnesium bar. Again, they sell these at Walmart. This is a striker edge. And you can see where you may be able to see here a little bit where I shaved on this. You just take this and take a knife and shave pieces of it off. Now, you can get fairly fine pieces, and you may have to cut kind of deep with your knife to get bigger, thicker pieces off of it. But you get some of this off, and you put a flame to this, or if you got it real fine especially, striking it with the striker. This works like the old Indian flint. And you can light this magnesium, and this stuff burns very hot, very hot. And one of these will make quite a few fires. Now that's one of the harder ways to do it, like I say, but you know, I would always have one of these with me too, because there are times that everything you've got, such as your Bic lighter, that may make a flame may not work. Your matches may be wet and whatever. So again, you know, just like with the cutting tools, redundancy is good. Have one of these with you, along with your Bic lighter and your dry match box and everything else. This let the camera focus. Emergency stove. This is a Cochran's. I got this one off eBay. I don't think they sell these in Walmart. This is the actual little stove. You can see it's about as big as 2 packs of cigarettes. And it's not very thick. What this does, you see this area here, this unfolds. One side, the other side. These are my fuel pellets. They don't come in there, but I found that's just a good place to carry the fuel pellets. Again, you're saving space. You got that almost inch thick space there anyway. May as well have something in it. 2 packs of these, which there's 12 in a pack, so you can carry 24 fuel pellets right inside your stove. You set this up, unfold this, set it on the rock or whatever. The pan goes right on it. Set your pan on it. Put a couple of fuel pellets under it. Now I'm going to go ahead and light a couple of these and show you. Actually, just for the moment, I'm going to set them under there. Now I'm going to put 2 under there. And I'm going to shut the camera off for about 30 seconds while I go get a little bit of water. Okay, back. Now, I didn't fill this quite completely full of water. It's up to about here. No point in having it boiling over. Now, this is about enough water to do a package of ramen noodles, to make that much coffee. Whatever that much hot water will do for you. Now we'll set this, actually, since we're doing this, since I've got the water here, I'm going to go back to the one that's made for the canteen cup. And we'll set it in there. And we'll see how long it takes. Now I'm going to pick this up. All right, that's burning. Set that down over there, and I'll talk to you maybe a little bit about the other one or something while we see how long it takes. I'm looking at I've only got 1 minute left on this. Well, so I see we're not gonna get this in. This tape is gonna end in about a minute. So we're not going to get this in. But at least you can see one thing you can do, the same thing with this little stove. Set the same thing. Once your water's cooked, if you want to, you take that out of the way. See how that's burning? If you haven't already made a regular campfire, then you can take your wood shavings and stuff. You get the idea, because the tape's going to end. So I hope this has been informative, and you can see I got a pretty good little fire going there already. And it's as simple as that. And I hope you've learned something, and we'll talk to you next time.